Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Howard, and it's Hall in at the 5 down low. What a terrific move that was.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here's Howard. Three-pointer. Kept alive. Astiluwawu shoots the 3. Gabriel with the rebound. Fast break, here we go. We're about 1 minute into the first. Off target from the baseline. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Here's Howard. Again, Howard missing. Pass to Horde. Rebounded by Hall. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Takes it inside. Basket counts. Yokubitis is guarded by Howard. Pass to Lloyd. Out left to the wing. Down low. Stolen. Inside. Releases. Hall passes to Howard. Right wing. Here's Luwawu. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Horde. To the middle. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Gabriel, the 3.
Yeah, they're still looking for some cohesion offensively.
Astiluwawu. Five on the clock. Hall. Rebounded by Lloyd. Yokubitis is guarded by Howard. Here's the lob to the hoop.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Here is Howard. 1:52 left here in the opening quarter. Fires away from way outside. Rebounded by Lloyd.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot. Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Pass to Manecki. Here's Llewellyn. To the left side wing. Now, here's Howard. He's guarded closely. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They set the pick. To the inside. Jokibitis. The shot from the low post is good. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul, first team foul.
A free throw good from Howard.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Howard nails both of them.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And the layup is good.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Now they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you...
And so the first quarter is in the books, leading by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Yoru misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. And even 3-on-3 break. Rob. Pass to Baldwin. Fires from the corner. Jump shot is good. Baldwin's got his first 2 points of the night.
Away team foul. Yoru. First personal foul, first team foul.
And so here's the home team. There's the pick. To the paint. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And a missed layup. Randolph looking around. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Four on the shot clock. Here's the 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Jock. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Home team foul. Number 45. First personal foul, first team foul.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Jock. Clock at 4. Sedegurski's off target from three-point range.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
They set the pick. Ball stolen. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. That one good for 2.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. To halt the run. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
1:11 left to play here in the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Baldwin can't get it to go.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Clock at 6. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Jock. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
Not going to go that time.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Here's Baldwin. Here's Jock. Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. They lead by 18. Time now for the halftime break. With the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
All of them have serious talent, and they have endurance. They can shoot all day, rack after rack.
Yeah, when these guys... Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the visiting team. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Luau. Scoreless thus far.
Home team foul. Yoru. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Home team on D. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Outside Howard. A shot off that time.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Howard is out there with Luau, and it's Monecki in at the power forward position. to Luwawu. Here's Monecki. Swiped it away. Here's Lloyd. And he drops it in from the low post. Lloyd's got his second bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Howard. Pass to Monecki. Here's Hall. Second chance shot. Sweet move. He lays it in.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Yokubitis, who's guarded by Howard. To the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul. First team.
Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right? With the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
Here's Lloyd. Pass to Gabriel. Lays it up off the glass.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Howard in the post. Here's Monecki. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Howard's shot is good.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Here he goes. It's good. 8 points for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Yokubitis is guarded by Howard. Inside. Just 5 to shoot. Charity stripe shot. The shot, no good. 59 seconds left to play in the third. That's tipped. Here's Gabriel. Good. Gabriel's got 6 points in the quarter.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Howard can't hit.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
That one drops for him.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. $19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And he banks in the layup. Howard's got 8 points. 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. One second left. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Baldwin looking for the opening. So Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis.
He can't get it to go.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night, but despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Shot clock at 6. Yarnamaz. Randolph grabs the board. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked. Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And it's blocked. And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession on Friday, then on Sunday.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Down low, Sedikurski's. Yep, that one goes in there.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pro?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Baldwin. The tray. A three-pointer is right on target.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
They set the pick. Misses in close.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Six to shoot. Top of the key. It's rebounded by Jop. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Baldwin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the away team, Baldwin.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Randolph can't hit. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the...
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Misses from close range. Here's Lloyd. They set a pick. And there's the rejection. Here's Vazenkov. To the left wing for three. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Here's Gabriel. He takes it in. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Takes the 3, and that one's good. Vazenkov.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
Vazenkov's gone 1 for 3 from deep tonight.
He's sure drawing those whistles. A couple of quick ones here.
Second team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Shot's good by Lloyd.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Vazenkov. And here's the fast break. Here's Horde. Here's Lloyd. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. The shot misses. Lloyd's gone 1 for 3 on the night. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. The layup off target. Here's Papanikolaou. A deep 3. Rebounded by Gabriel.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Finished off the break.
Great run out and the pass right on target. Outstanding transition offense.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Yeah, guys, Coach mentioned how Domantas Sabonis can be a game wrecker in the paint. Coach told me we need to get big bodies on Sabonis and force him outside, make him move around. We need to knock him off the blocks if we can. So it sounds like the defensive game plan may revolve around Sabonis, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
It's good.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
1:52 left in the first quarter. Fournier for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Here's Vazenkov. He's got 5. Misses from short range.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Horde's got this second bucket.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
And that one's good. Vazenkov.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Vazenkov's gone 2 of 6 shooting from downtown. Here's Lloyd. Pass to Gabriel. Launches a 3. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Here's Vazenkov. Give him 8. 3-pointer. The rebound by Horde. Vazenkov's gone 3 of 9 tonight from the field. Inside. All by himself. Count it. He's got 5.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Fires the 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Great anticipation on the tip in. He was ready to make that play.
Here's Horde. That's tipped. And here's the fast break. Here's Papanikolaou. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And he makes a first. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's Evans to the paint. That shot off. He buries it from three. He's got 5.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. And they recover it. Five to shoot. Tries again. No luck on that one.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Randolph. Takes it inside. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. Fires for 3. That shot is off. Evans has gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
No good. Unable to win this run.
Can't get anything to go this period. Seems like he's hit a wall.
With the teardrop. And it's good on the layup. Here's Evans. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Randolph. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Randolph's got his first points of the night.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Here we go, one-on-one. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Here's Peters. And the deficit down inside single digits. Peters has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's 53 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Randolph. Shot clock at 6. The layup misses.
Home team foul. Randolph. First personal foul. First team foul.
Randolph's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Here's Dorsey. Three-pointer off the mark. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The 3-ball. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. Randolph's gone 1 for 4 from the field. Here's Peters. Knocks down the long J. Peters has got 6. The home team calls timeout.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
.11 seconds left in the first half of this one. There's the drive. It'll count. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That'll do it for the first half. They're up by 6, and we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
You take a look at the visitors. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, kid.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the home team.
I loved it.
Glad you could join us. Ryan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Pass to right. Here's Vazinkov. Outside Fournier. 5 on the clock. From downtown. The shot by Vazinkov, no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And that one's good. Hord's got his third basket on the night right there.
Man, full speed ahead. Pushing the ball every chance they get.
Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vazinkov. No good with the triple.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Gets some space and buries the jumper. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Hits the trifecta. Vazinkov's got 11 points.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
That one's good for 2.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Here's the 3. The shot by Vazinkov, no good.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Here's Gabriel. 6 points for him. Wright with the board. Wright's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fournier for 3. The shot, no good.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Here's Lloyd. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Vazinkov. And it's off from three-point range.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Here's Hord. And the layup is good off the glass. Give him 8.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to right, and the ball goes out of bounds, turned over on Wednesday, and then on Thursday.
In that game against Athens, a win for them in that one would be huge. Lots of bragging rights when you take down the top team in the league.
Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
Here's Lloyd. Fournier covering. Down low. Here's Gabriel. Pass to Horde. Clock at 6. Sinks that one from the post. Horde's got 6 here in the quarter.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And that's a foul called on Evan Fournier. That's his first foul. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Gabriel. And here comes the break. Yokubitis. Yep, that one goes.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
To the middle. The shot by Vazenkov, no good. 1:05 left in the third quarter, and the basket is good.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Here's Papanikolaou. Launches it. Nails it from 3. 5 points in the game.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
There's a screen. 4-3. He missed there. His first misfire in 5 tries. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. They get it back. Here's Wright. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vazenkov. He's got 13. From deep. The offensive rebound. And finally, they hit one.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Here's Horde. Counted from distance. Horde's got 9 points now in the second half. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Up by 16. And time to step away quickly, but and a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Vazenkov. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the inside. It's stolen by Wright. It's a one-on-one situation. A quick shot there. It's off target.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Here's Vazenkov. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Here we go. Fournier for 3. The shot no good. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
They set the pick. Here's Randolph. No good from outside.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
And a missed layup. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Count it.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Peters. Drains the triple.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Number 77, first personal foul, second team foul.
Two minutes gone by here in the fourth. It's scooped up. Six to shoot. Picked his pocket.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
To the middle. And that one is hammered home.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Dorsey. Gets the three ball to go. Dorsey's got his first 3 points of the game.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Launches it from deep. The shot won't fall.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Here's Evans. Off target with the three. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
The three is up. That shot off the mark. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Randolph's gone just 1 of 6 shooting so far. To the wing, right side. Tries to break his ice. And he sinks the layup.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Jacks up a three. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. It's stolen. The three. Randolph misses. Randolph's gotten just 1 of his 7 shots to go. Here's Peters. The three. Knocks it down from distance. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. Rebounded by Evans. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Evans. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. Can't connect from short range. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Wright, and it's Papanikolaou in at the 3 slot. It's Fournier on the wing. He's guarded by Howard. The shot's good from Fournier.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Here's the screen. Pass to Manecki. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
There's Luwawu. Finished off the break.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
And this is why turnovers give coaches and fans gray hairs.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezenkov. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Howard. Fournier pulls it down. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Shot by Papanikolaou, no good. Here's Luwawu. To the left wing. Fournier against Howard. Pass to Hall. 6 on the shot clock. Luwawu's shot is off. Here's Papanikolaou. They get it back. Outside Fournier. The 3. And it's Vezenkov missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And that one is stuffed right through.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Now here's Howard. And that one is good. They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, they got behind, but really hung in there and didn't let the score get out of hand.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Howard against Fournier. Howard tries in, snatched away. .144 left to play in the first. Here's Vezenkov. Got it. Good job in the low post. Vezenkov's got 7. 1:31 left in the first quarter. Vezenkov's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Here's Howard. 2 points. That one goes.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Wright. Here's Papanikolaou. Good on the three-point shot.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Papanikolaou's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Skarn's trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Vezenkov. The rebound by Yoru. Fires for 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Yoru's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside. And they're moving it up. Skarn's. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Pass to Vezenkov. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the deep.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Got it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Up by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Yoru. He can't get that one to fall.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Well, we still have about half a season left, but here's where the power rankings stand as of today. They're holding tight, still looking for ways to move up.
When you look at this visiting team, where they are living the dream, continuing this improbable journey, proving throughout the year that they're the real deal.
With the drive, count that one. Baldwin's got his first basket of the night. So it's the visitors now. 4-point game. Now Dorsey, pass to Evans. To the wing on the left. Here's Peters. And the 3 ball is good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Here's Job.
Blocking foul called on Neil.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
The play is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to do a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
4 on the clock. Here's Baldwin. Takes it off the glass. Baldwin's got his second basket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Dorsey. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Away team foul. Number 77. First personal foul. Second team foul.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Yoru. And it's off from 3-point range. On the wing, Evans. Corner shot. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. Shot kicks to Baldwin. Yaramaz. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Evans feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Peters. No good. That would have tied it.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Yaramaz, and he lays it straight in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Peters. Evans outside to the right side. Peters misses. Evans with the steal. Three-pointer. Dorsey, that's good.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Dorsey's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. There's a good screen. Inside, Skarn's off target at the rim. Here's Peters. 5 points in the game. The putback. It's good on the putback. And that makes it a tie ball game.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Here's Baldwin. Covered by Evans. Going inside and foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
There's 42 seconds left here in the second. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. No good that time.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
It's rebounded by Jop. Skarn's. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And that concludes the first half. Up 7. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Make some noise and get ready for the big half-court shot. Please direct your attention.
Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in? And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the visiting team. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Luwawu is out there with Howard. And it's Monecki in at the 4 spot. There's the screen. Drives to the hoop.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
We've got Evan Fournier, and it's right in its center. The shot's good. Howard's got 6.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
They've got Luwawu. He's out there with Howard. And it's Hall in at the 5 spot. Here's Vezenkov. No good on the 3. Vezenkov's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries.
Gets behind the D on the break, and the pass is there waiting for him.
Monecki's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. The rebound by Luwawu. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Howard. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Papanikolaou.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the 3-point line.
Off with the layup.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Sinks the triple.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Offensive rebound. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
They set the screen. It's Howard with the drive. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
Pass to Vezenkov. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 5 from deep. Now here's Howard, guarded by Wright. Now here's Howard. He's got 11.
I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
First team foul.
Pass to Monecki. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says, we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. And a wide open look for Howard. Trains it from beyond the arc. Howard's got 14 points.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
A minute 50 left to play here in the 3rd. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Sedekursky's, and Wright pulls it down.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
To the paint. Can't get it to fall. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
No good with the layup. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is...
Oh, my goodness!
Man!
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Baskonia. And a miss there on the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
3 points.
Bazenkov's got 11 points.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
There's the pick. Howard, that's good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Shot by Papanikolaou, no good. Howard with it from downtown. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry, right? Great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Wright, and it's Papanikolaou in at the 3 spot.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Finished off the break.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
So both teams making some changes here. Hall's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Now here's Evans. Defense is right there. Fires from deep. That one misses.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
A nice shot by Baldwin.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. It's rebounded by Jock. And they're pushing it up. To Baldwin. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. And it's good on the way up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now Dorsey. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. Which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one.
Shooting for the away team. Number 77.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Knocks it loose. Evans with the steal. For the finish. And Evans throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stump.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Baldwin kicks to Chop. From outside, off the mark.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
When you compare, Richard, the NBA to the other major sports leagues, you have to be proud of the way things are run.
The NBA is a global league that focuses on global expansion, more so than any other major sport in the United States. And when it comes to the players, there isn't a league that treats their players better.
Peters, boom, he jams it straight down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Both good from the line that time. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
7. Second personal foul. First team foul.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Buries the long-range jumper.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. We've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
They can't stop the run with that one. We've got 1:18 left here in the fourth quarter. It's hauled in by Dorsey. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. Second team.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Dorsey taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And 1:01 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Baldwin, covered by Evans. Pass to Baldwin. Out to the wing. Yaramaz knocks down the 3 ball.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
It's tipped, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Count that one.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Third team foul.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for your home team, Marcus.
He's off on the second. Here's Dorsey. This one for 3. The shot, no good.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And so the home crowd treated to a win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could...
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Got it. Now Howard. They set the screen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul, first team.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
First trip to the line for him here. And so Howard nails them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Jokic. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Luau Cabarro. He's off on the layup. Inside. About a minute played here so far in the first. And here's Howard. This one for 3. No good that time. Here's Lloyd to the paint. Guarded by Howard. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. And he can't get that one. Pass to Luau Cabarro. Now Howard. From behind the arc. On target from range. Howard's got 5 now.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Jokic, guarded by Howard. The rebound by Hall.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it. And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Driving inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Personal foul, first team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the away team, Yoru.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Now here is Howard. 5 points in the game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
That shot wide open.
There's no way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. It's deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Lloyd, down low. Gabriel, and he dunks it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Howard with the ball. 7 points in the game, and he gets that one. He's got 9.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Jokic, guarded by Howard. Jokic. The three-pointer off the mark.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
And it's blocked.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Good on the shot.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
into the lane. 4 on the clock. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far. 34 seconds left in the first quarter here.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Now Howard. 9 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Luau Cabarro. Offensive rebound. Blocked! Here's Horde. He's scoreless. And it's good for 2.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around. Keep it moving. Try to get an assist on every bucket.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. There's the horn, and it's a close game at the end of 1. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Lets it fly, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Number 14.
Just 5 to shoot. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. They've stalled a little bit, looking to get something started and make a move up the ladder.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they've gotten into a slump. The season has not gone as planned. You get the sense that they're discouraged and they can't find any answers.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter.
Kick it out, man. Kick it out.
No good on the three.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
Taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Shakes him. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. The first free throw is good.
Number 45, taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Baldwin. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the triple. He has 7.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
And the visitors call time here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Uses the glass on the layup.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Over to the left wing. Here's Top. It's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. So it's the home team now. 3-point lead. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Baldwin. That 3's off the mark. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's a screen. To the inside. And they're on the run.
Away team foul. Number 45. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. On the take. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Baldwin's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Blocked! 1:03 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Chop. No points yet. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Baldwin. Drops in the 3.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
And the visitors call time here. Baldwin's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Takes a 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. He has 7.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
That's a foul he wanted to avoid, and he definitely doesn't want to pick up his 3rd before the half.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
2 shots.
Good on both.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Randolph. Got a piece of it.
Third team foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
17 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Missed inside. Just 3 on the clock. Can't capitalize inside. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They're up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of...
Okay, now we've got some time. And that'll do it for us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And here's Howard, and it's Howard in at the point. Here he goes. Releases from the wing and drills it. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 7.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Howard. He's got 9. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Gabriel.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Clock at 6. Charity stripe shot. A rebound by Hall. Hall's got 4 rebounds in the game. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Boom! He jams it straight down.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Yokubatis, guarded by Howard.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
And he drops the first. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Howard. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. The 3 is up. They get it again. Maneki. Luau Cabarro passes to Howard. To the paint. They shoot again. Oh, just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances. Came up empty. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's the teardrop. The shot's good. He's got 9. So it's the home team now. It's a 3-point game. There's the 3. He can't get it to go.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's a screen. Count that bucket. Howard's got 11 points.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
Jokubaitis, guarded by Howard. Jokubaitis, an easy 2 on the layup.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Now here's Howard. The D's right on him. 1:15 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. 5 to shoot. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Howard's gone 5 of 12 shooting from the floor. Jokubaitis, guarded by Howard. Jokubaitis. Maneki with a rebound.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Cabarrot passes to Howard. Lets it go from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 16.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Jokubaitis, guarded by Howard. Out to the wing. Here's Horde. Second shot opportunity. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time.
And we've reached the end of the third. Leading by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And it's Howard in at the 1. Kept alive. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, good whistle there.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. And the visitors call time here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
And Allie, thank you for that. And he gets it to go. They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless.
Here's Baldwin. Count it. Good.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Baldwin's gone 3 of 5 from the field. Over to the wing. Driving to the basket. Can't hit from in close.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
And he banks in the layup.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And there's the screen. Clock at 4. Top of the key. Randolph misses. A score here would build the lead to double digits.
Yeah, they seem very much in control.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Baldwin. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Randolph to the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. There's the block. Banked it in off the glass.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And the visitors call time here.
Substitution on the court.
The visitors with the ball. Trailing by 10. Yokobitis. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A., and the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Baldwin. Offline with a 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
And that's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Lays it up and banks it in.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
A minute 9 left in the fourth quarter here. Shot on the wing. Rebounded by Gabriel.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Here's Horde. Pass to Gabriel. Inside. Horde no good.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Good on the bucket.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
From the arc. That one doesn't drop. Got a piece of it, and they get it back. And so the home crowd treated to a win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both.
Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They grab their own miss, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Yokovitis, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
There's the drive, and he gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The three-pointer, no good. Pass to Papa Nicolau. Off target from outside. And here we go. Here's Horde, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Here's Lloyd. Gabriel's shot's good.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
They set the screen. Poke loose. And here's the break from outside the arc. Lloyd can't hit. To the wing right side. From deep. Gabriel with the rebound. Pushing it up. Got a piece of it. Nicola kicks to Fournier. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And the quick release of Fournier. Man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Horde. Launches a three. That shot misses. Over to the left wing. That one's good. Vazenkov.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Vazenkov's gone 50% from the arc. 1 of 2. Lloyd the pass to Gabriel. All sorts of time. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Here's Vazenkov. No good on the triple.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Lloyd. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Gabriel.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to fall. Clock at 6. Outside Fournier. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Great. He's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Here's Gabriel. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Fournier. There's 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. Can't connect from short range.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Fall. The layup missed. Pass to Lloyd. Driving to the basket. It's good. This game is all even.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
All right, there's the horn. It's a close game at the end of 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
He takes it in, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Count the basket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
A little extra on that one, didn't he? Nice play by the fella.
Greg, I thought for a moment the defender was going to cut him down, but it didn't happen.
Wow.
You know, he didn't want to risk the and one. There was no way he was going to be denied on that stuff.
To the middle. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Here's Peters. No scoring in this one. From deep, Evans. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And so he makes both from the line. Puts up a three. Up again. Randolph grabs the board. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they have been very competitive. Maybe a little up and down, but it looked like they were figuring things out. They need to recapture that energy.
Drills it from outside. Randolph's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And yes, it's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. They get it back over to the wing. Down low. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Connects from three-point range. It's a 4-point ball game. Evans feeling it out a bit. Pass to Peters. Driving in. The layup off target. Covered by Evans. 1:46 left in the first half. Outside Randolph. It's good. He's got 6.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. It's hauled in by Dorsey. Evans left side. There's a good screen. A shot by Dorsey, no good. Dorsey's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Randolph. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Randolph's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
From deep, Evans. No good on that one.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Here's Dorsey. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Dorsey's got 5 points in the quarter.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
To the inside.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
No good on that one.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
No good with the triple. And so we conclude the first half. Up 7. A step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot, please.
Right around this time, I would find out who my teammates were on the All-Star roster. Sadly, I was unable to play alongside Kenny. Sad for him.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the visiting team.
They've had a lot.
And that's all for us.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the 2-guard spot. Sinks the three-pointer.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Fall. Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ripped away. Here's Papa Nicolau. Still yet to score. Hands it from downtown.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to DM him.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Yokobitis. And the shot goes in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pass to Fall. Plays it up and banks it in. Fall's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Fall's gone 50% from the field, 3 of 6. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Basket good.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Yokobitis, and the layup's good off the glass. 6 points for him.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Lloyd. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to Vizenkov. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Launches it. Here's Fall. Pass to Vizenkov. For 3. Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins. Plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Kevin, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better.
Away team foul. Lloyd. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Vazenkov. 6 points for him.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Out to the right wing. Horde. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
But, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Good on the bucket. He's got 10.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And he drives in. A steal. Pass to Lloyd. Here's Horde. Jacks up a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Horde's got 7 points for the quarter. Here's Vazenkov, and right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammates, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the pivot, manning the middle. 6 to shoot. Pass to Horde. Out to the right wing. From past the arc. Fall with the rebound. Here's Vazenkov. Takes a 3. Drops in the layup for 2.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Throws it up high.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Evans attacking to the left side wing. There's the 3. Dorsey, that's good. Dorsey's gotten 2 of his 5 attempts from deep to go. They set the pick to the middle. It's a hand on it.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And here's Evans. The 3-ball was shot by Dorsey, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's good, 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
From the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists in the game. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
From the low block, and that's off the glass and in. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
First personal foul, second team foul.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
He lobs it up. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
On the wing, Evans fires the 3. Randolph grabs the board.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Pass to Peters. Here's Milutinov. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Randolph.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Here's Dorsey. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Nice shot by Randolph.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
Covered by Evans. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Dorsey. Beyond the arc. He can't get that one. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A solid win on the road for the...
Welcome, folks, and what better way to celebrate the end of the week? Friday night basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Luau Cabarro in at the 2. Here's Papanikolaou. Fournier for 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Out left to the wing. All passes to Luau Cabarro. Six to shoot. Here's Maneki. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Maneki's got his second basket of the night. Pass to Fall. There's the steal. In transition, here they come. Finished off the break.
And that nice steal was able to get their break going in a hurry.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
Fournier uses the glass to finish the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Howard. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 5.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Here's Vezinkov. And there's a pick. Maneki with a rebound.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result. Well, come on, guys. Did you really think they'd shoot 100% for the game?
And he drives in. Maneki with a rebound. In transition. Here's Luau Cabarro. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Left side Fournier. Taken away. All by himself. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Papanikolaou to stop the run, and Fournier gets a 3. Fournier's got 5.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And there's 1:38 left to play in the first. That one goes. Count it.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
10 points separating these teams. Fires from deep. The shot by Vezinkov, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Hall. The steal. There's 1:12 left in the first. Now Fournier. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul, first team.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for your home team, 0.
And so he hits both. 1:03 left in the first quarter here. They set the pick. Cuts off the pass. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And here's Howard. Pass to Luau Cabarro. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Guarded by Howard. Here's Vazinkov. It's not going to go for him. Here's Luau Cabarro. Here's Howard, plenty of space. It's hauled in by Fall.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
And that does it for the first quarter. Leading by 7. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Here's Evans. And another shot. Baldwin with a rebound. Got a hand on it. Pass to Evans. Puts up a deep 3. Can't get it to go. Making him 0 for 2. And here they come. Here's Baldwin. There's the triple. He drops it from range. Baldwin's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Pass to Evans. Right wing. Second chance shot. Offensive board.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
First team foul.
Out to the right wing. Three-pointer.
Nothing is falling. But the good news is still early. They've got a chance to shoot themselves out of it.
Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Dorsey. Evans. Tip back in for 2. Evans has got his first points of the game.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. Here's Baldwin. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
In transition, here they come. From deep. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Evans. Here's Peters. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Here's the pick. Baldwin's shot is good. Baldwin's got 8 points.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Puts up a 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
A minute 53 left in the second period. Pass to Chop. Just 3 to shoot. No good on the triple. Here's Evans. It's rebounded by Chop. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Wing shot on the way. Pass to Baldwin. Fires from deep. The shot comes out. Here's Dorsey. Sinks the tray. Dorsey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
No one covering. He's got 12.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
They set the screen. And that one is stuffed right through.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Ooh, it's stolen away. Intercepted. Here's Baldwin. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Baldwin's got 10 points in the game.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Peters. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached halftime in this one. Leading by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello and welcome.
So, the shot selection. You can't heave up anything and just keep hoping to get hot. They have to make better choices.
Now let's take a moment and thanks for tuning in. Now we
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. To the middle. Ball stolen. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And it's Manecki in at the 4 slot. Now here's Fournier. Pass to Vizenkov.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Fournier for 3. Doesn't go for him.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Third team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the away team.
First one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Guarded by Howard. Here's Vizenkov. Nails it from beyond the arc. Vizenkov's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
There's a screen. Here's Howard. And the foul is called. He missed it. So and they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see it.
Shooting for the away team. Howard. 2 shots.
So many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Howard nails them both. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Fournier, the pass to Fall. Back to Fournier. From downtown, they get it back. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Tipped. Here's Papanikolaou. The three is up. The rebound by Hall. Here we go, one-on-one. Another shot. And he lays it in. Loawo Cabarrot's gotten his second bucket of the game.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
That one goes in.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Now here's Howard. Defense right on him. Pass to Monecki. And he drops it in from the low post. Monecki's got 6.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Fournier for 3. A rebound by Hall. Fournier's gone 1 of 5 from three-point territory.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. 1:57 left in the third. Now here's Fournier. Not a lot of room to halt the run. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
And the visitors call time here.
Substitution on the
They put together a solid lead.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to back off.
From deep three-point land. The shot by Howard, no good. Howard's gone just 1 for 4 so far. Here's Dorsey. Deflected. And they're on the break. Lets the 3 fly. And Howard good for 3. Howard's got 7.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. Basket counts.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Here's Dorsey. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Peters. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Howard's gone 1 for 4 from distance. Pass to Dorsey. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Evans, that's good.
Talk about the range. I mean, he's got amazing feel from that distance. Whew.
Now Howard. 9 points in the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line.
team foul.
The first free throw is good.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
That one's no good. Another steal. fallen, but it is offline. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to... And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Going inside, and he converts the layup. Howard's got 10 points in just the second half.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
And it's Luau Cabarro in at shooting guard. The shot by Dorsey, no good. Dorsey's gotten just one of his 6 shots to fall here. He'll stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
This one for 3. A rebound by Hall. Hall's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Howard. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
He was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Here's Evans, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
And he drops the first.
Evans.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Rare turnover for them tonight. They've protected the ball, and they're trying to protect this lead.
So it's the home team now. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Tips it.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Here's Dorsey. Here's the 3. Peters. Pass to Dorsey. Fires the 3. He's off on that one.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Here's Baldwin. And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth. Well, with this team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Lets it go from deep. The shot by Evans, no good.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Baldwin's gone 5 of 7 from the floor here. Pass to Evans. To end the drought. It's rebounded by Ja.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
There's a screen. Here's Baldwin. There's the three. Won't go. And that makes him 5 for 8. Here's Dorsey. Hits a three-pointer.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Drives to the hoop. Here's Baldwin. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far. Baldwin's got most of his shots to fall. He's 6 of 9. Peters. Three-pointer, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And the shot's good.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
34 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Baldwin. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
That one drops for him.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
20 seconds left in the 4th. So it's a victory for the road team in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is.